Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Dio here. Today we are taking a look at art, Labubu art. So today we're taking a look at two different series. First is Labubu's Artist Quest, and the second is the Monsters Art. So there's only one store in the world that sells this collection, and it's in the Louvre in Paris. And that's the only store that sells it because it's an art museum, and this is Labubu's Artist Quest and the Monsters Art. So this whole collection is it's pretty much about art. And I want to give a shout out to the person who got me these collections, and that's my mom. Thank you so much, Mom. She got it for me during her vacation in Paris, and I love you so much. So the first series, which is Labubu's Artist Quest, features kind of a bunch of accessories like cups, bags, and magnets. And then the second series, which is the Monsters Art, are vinyl figures, blind boxes, and they're based off of different artists' works, but with the Monsters characters. So today we will start with the Artist Quest first, and then we will continue and end with Labubu or the Monsters Art. So from the Artist Quest, I have a bag, 2 different mugs, and then blind box magnets. And I should have 2 sets of the blind box magnets, so we'll take a look at both and open up, and maybe we'll find a secret. So let's take a look at the bag first, and it's the Artist Quest bag, Labubu's Artist Quest, and it features a Labubu in kind of like a Mona Lisa outfit. And it says a Louvre shop edition, so yes, exclusive to that shop. But yeah, other than that, let's just get right into it. Oh, it's done in like a kind of like a portrait mode look, so the background for the bag is very blurry, and then Labubu's in the foreground, very clear. And on the front it says Artist Quest. On the back, it kind of has the same kind of background as Labubu's Artist Quest also. And Labubu here has this mischievous look. I believe that is the Mona Lisa outfit for Labubu that you see her wear throughout the series. Definitely will see it in the magnet sets. So I think generally it's like it's not like a specific bag for anything, it just zips up right at the top. And there are pretty much no compartments inside. It's just like a bag for wherever you need to store. I do really like the zipper pull though. It's like a Labubu head. Yeah, overall, it's a nice bag. I'll definitely use it. I have a need for bags like this because I feel like I try to carry my life around with me sometimes. So this will come in handy. Next, let's take a look at the 2 mugs that I have. So we'll start with this one. It feels really nice actually. So on the front, it has the Labubu's Artist Quest logo with Labubu in like a painting. I assume that's like Mona Lisa. Maybe it's just a generic woman. I'm not sure who Labubu is trying to impersonate here. And on the back, it just simply says Mart Louvre Shop Edition. And these are machine washable, dishwasher safe. That's good because I wash everything in the dishwasher, so it's really handy when they are. Overall, it's a nice brown color with a very comfortable handle in like a taupe colorway. But it kind of matches the painting that Labubu's in. And now for the second mug. So the second one features a different artwork of Labubu. This one has a kind of cream background with a black and white frame. And Labubu's the only one that's colored here. So this looks like she's like the Mona Lisa here, because that's the classic Mona Lisa pose with a Labubu smile. And of course, that's the Labubu's Artist Quest logo on the bottom. And the same thing on the back. It says the Pop Mart Louvre Shop Edition. And it's a nice gold finish, actually. I couldn't see it as well over the brown, but you can really tell that gold in this color. It's a brown handle, so it's kind of like the opposite of the other color. I think I like this one more, actually. I don't know, something, it pops a little bit more for me. So, am I gonna keep both? Probably. But yeah, this one's my preference of the 2. Next, we'll take a look at the magnet sets. So we'll just open one of them to start, and then if we don't get a secret, we'll open the other one. This is Labubu's Artist Quest magnet series. there are 6 different options with a chance for 1 secret, and the secret chance is 1 out of 72. I mean, it's possible. It's hard to get, but nothing's impossible, right? So let's just open it up. And there are 6 boxes in here. So we'll pick a random one and start on this. So on the front, it's pretty similar to what the box is like, except Labubu's in the frame here. It has the information for the magnets. It's a lube edition. And then on the side, here are the 6 options. It's a little bit small, so it's hard to see, but they all kind of feature the same thing. It's Labubu in a frame, but in different poses. And yeah, the names are sitting upright, observing mysteriously, dressing up, looking at coins, arms akimbo, nap time, and 1 secret. So I'm not sure what the secret here looks like, but it looks like it's just another Labubu in a frame, so it's probably a Labubu in a different pose. Yeah, let's see what we get. So let's start with box number 1. It's a very, very small bags. But they're pretty heavy though, because they're the metal frames, or metal magnets. I don't know which one this is. So this is number 1. Number 1 is sitting upright. So it features Labubu. I think that's like the classic Mona Lisa pose. And these frames are really nice. They're like very, very detailed. And there's a little Labubu head icon right at the top. Look at how like shiny and high quality these are. So it does come with this little tab at the top. So when you pull it up, you see the Labubu pop out of the painting, and you can see some brush strokes behind it. And then when you put it down, Labubu becomes part of the art and the brush strokes is gone. So the way they did this is that this is like a 2-layer film where the outer layer is the Labubu and the back layer is the brush strokes. But there's the center piece separates the 2 layers. So you can't actually take the full thing out. It just kind of sits inside there. Kind of just want to like cut this top part off so I don't have to see this logo thing. I think that'd be nice, just like, I don't know, just like art on a fridge without this Artist Quest logo. So maybe I'll do that. I also don't want to like, tamper with the product. So let me know what you think. Should I keep this on or cut it off? And now for box number 2. Oh, this one's cute. Box number 2 is Arms Akimbo. One features Labubu in the blue frame. So I'm surprised to see that the frames are different colors. And it's kind of like the same gimmick where you just pull it up and you see the background with the Labubu and the Labubu with the paint brush strokes behind, and you put it down and Labubu's in the painting. So it looks like Labubu's in a cloud with, just in a pose, arms akimbo. So akimbo means arms on the hips and then bent outward. Here Labubu is in the akimbo pose. I did not know that until I looked it up. So something new that we learned together. And now for box number 3. Box number 3, we have Nap Time. So this one features Labubu sleeping in the Mona Lisa clothes or outfit still. And here's what it looks like. Lift it up, you can see the background where it's like a bed that Labubu's laying on. And then here's Labubu without the background. And here's with. Overall, these are very cute. I like the idea of them. Like I said, I still don't like this Artist Quest like tab at the very top. And this frame has like a light, kind of almost baby blue background or frame on here. it has like some marks on here, so I think it's on purpose where it looks a little bit aged and not completely perfect. I really like it. I really love that like little Labubu emblem at the very top. Oh, and this is the back of these magnets. It's just one whole magnet piece, so just put it on your fridge or wherever you want. And box number 4. Box number 4 is Observing Mysteriously. So this one has similar frame color to the second pin, or second magnet, and features Labubu almost having a mischievous, mysterious look to her. And she's looking at something in the background. And do we know what it is when we lift it up? No, we don't. We just see the background. But it's kind of cute though. You can see this column post in the back in this tile flooring in the checkered pattern. And here's the Labubu here. I think they would look really good together, like in a frame maybe, where it's just different Labubu art pieces. And if I did that, I'd probably cut off this tab and just display them as little, framed pieces of art. And yeah. And now for box number 5. Box number 5 is Dressing Up. So this one has kind of like a light lavender border and depicts Labubu getting ready. And here's what it looks like. You can see a chair in the background, a dresser, kind of like a mirror in the corner. And then Labubu just getting ready here in front of the background. And the paint swatches, or the paint brush strokes, I guess. I guess these brushstrokes coordinate to the colors in the painting, maybe? I mean, all the painting colors are pretty similar though, so it's a lot of browns, light browns, a little bit of olive greens, and then some beige. And last but not least, we have box number 6. Box number 6 is Looking at Coins. So there's no secret in this box, unfortunately. The regular one, number 6. Here's what it looks like. Actually, I need a clearer look for myself. So it looks like Labubu is almost like at a bank. It looks like a bank, right? And then she's just looking. Well, she's holding a giant coin and winking. Maybe she's finding the right coin for herself, the biggest coin. Yeah, this one's not as interesting to me. I do like how Labubu was like very big and centered though. I think my favorite is still probably the first one where it's just classic Mona Lisa look. I wish these one had like Labubu and as different art pieces instead of all this Mona Lisa look. So I'm gonna quickly open the second box and see if we got a secret or not. No biggie if we don't, because this will be on my shop then, all the duplicates that I don't want. So I'll just go over of them really quick with you guys. And yeah, I will open them from the top, just, since we're unboxing, might as well do it the right way. So box number 1 from the second case. I'll just look at the card and not the actual product. So this is nap time, since we don't need to open every single magnet bag again. And box number 2. We have Sitting Upright. So that's the one I like the most. And now for box number 3. I don't even know what the secret one looks like. I'm curious. Arms akimbo. Now for box number 4. Dressing Up. Box number 5. Box number 5 is looking at coins. And last but not least, box number 6. Observing mysteriously. So no secret, I'm going to look online what it actually looks like, because I can imagine it being that different. Looks like it's an upright magnet. Now we'll go into what we've all been waiting for, the monsters art. So this series features 12 different figures, and they actually don't show it on anywhere. So we'll have to open up to see what the 12 figures look like. And they're based off of different art. Oh, actually it's right in the front. It's blind. So here are the 12 options. And they're different monsters characters, mostly Labubu, but there are like Taikoko and Yaya. And I think Spooky is one of them too. Has different characters or different art. And this includes paintings and sculptures. So it's gonna be pretty fun. I also want to make it a little bit more educational, dare I say. So as we unbox them, I'm going to show you guys what the original piece of art looks like, and then a little bit about it, and then we'll compare the figure to the actual piece of art. I really love this box though, that gilding on the monster's art. Very classy. Can't believe I'm opening this. This has been on like wants list for a while, so thanks again, Mom. And we'll just start with this one. So here are the options. It shows 11 here, and then the secret, but number 12 is actually right in the front. And I won't go into each one too much right here, or right now. So we'll just look at them more closely when we unbox them. So let's start with box number 1. Oh, we're starting off with a non-Labubu figure. And box number 1 is the Fifer. So this is Pato, one of the characters from the Monsters family. And here he is depicted as the Fifer. Here's the painting for the Fifer. It was painted by Edouard Manet, and he is a Spanish artist. And the painting was painted in 1866 in the oil paint medium. And this painting once lived at the Louvre Museum in Paris. And now it's been traveling around the world. So it doesn't have a permanent home per se, but it has gained popularity since. It was rejected many times and people ridiculed it for the way that it was painted. But after a while, I guess now it's very famous, and that's a Pop Mart figure of it. And here's the Fifer. You can see Pato in a very, very colorful outfit, just like the Fifer in the painting. And a fife is an instrument that he's playing, by the way. So you can see he's wearing the same outfit as the Fifer in the painting. And he has another instrument on here that's in gold, attached to his body. Well, this one's really cute. Pato, I feel like I never really see him, so it's nice to have a figure of him. And now on to box number 2. Box number 2 is the girl in the pearl earring. So the girl in the pearl earring shows Spooky this time. And Spooky has this kind of blonde hair coming out and holding a picture. And here is what the painting looks like. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with this one because it's very popular. It's referred to as the Mona Lisa of the North. It shows a girl in a pearl earring. The painting was created around 1665, so it's a very old one. And it's in the oil on canvas medium. And I guess the biggest disagreement about this painting is whether she's turning towards you or turning away from you. And here, I guess it's a little bit more like artistic licensing or inspiration, where Spooky is holding a water jug. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. It could be part of maybe a different painting, or just more like artistic licensing where they took creativity and added more to Spooky. And the painting is done by Dutch master Jan Vermeer, and it's done in an overly expressive style, which is called tronies. One cool thing about this figure though is that the way that it's pictured, you just kind of wedge it into the hand, and it's like stuck between where the dress is in the hand, so it moves freely, but it doesn't fall off unless you pull on it. And now for box number 3. The Mona Lisa. Box number 3 is Mona Lisa. And I'm sure everyone knows the Mona Lisa. Here, Labubu is, of course, Mona Lisa, as we saw in the Artist Quest series. And it depicts Labubu sitting in the famous pose. And here is the painting. And it's by Leonardo da Vinci, of course, done in the 16th century. It is painted on oil on poplar panel. And it depicts a woman with a very mysterious smile that people talk about a lot. And I feel like I don't have to talk too much about this painting as everyone knows it. Here's a comparison. And I've seen the Mona Lisa in real life. I went to the Louvre when I was younger. And I think everyone in general agreement says it's smaller than we expected. It's like very small, like probably this small. So it's not some like huge painting that people expect it to be. It's very tiny. And here Labubu has a head full of hair. She's very beautiful, and the chair fits her perfectly as she's posing for her photo. Yeah, this one's definitely one of my favorites. And now for box number 4. We have the Thinker. Box number 4 is the Thinker. So the Thinker is another popular piece that people know of. It is created by the artist Auguste Rodin, and it is a statue of a person, a man, deep in thoughts. And around the world, it's become a piece for intellects, contemplation, and emotional thoughts. And this is what Labubu is doing. So fun fact, the original Thinker was part of a different piece. And it was in the Gates of Hell, which was inspired by Dante's Inferno. And it was a giant sculpture featuring gate. And the Thinker is a very small piece at the very top. And it became so popular that Rodin created a separate, bigger piece. And the Gates of Hell was originally created in 1880, but because the Thinker became so popular, Rodin created a larger version of it in around 1902. And that's what we know today as when we think of the Thinker, as this giant statue. A little fun tidbit that it started as a small statue in a different piece. And here's a comparison between the piece and the actual sculpture. So the flower is like an additional added on for the sculpture or for this figure. This brings it a little bit more life into the figure, I guess. So here's a look at the figure, 360. It's all painted in one color, so there's really no difference in anything in the sculpture. And it's not done in the typical like stone feeling that Pop might likes to use for some of the figures. I do believe there's like an older series, so back when it was a little bit more simple for the pieces that they created. Overall, this one's really cool too, just like a classic sculpture. And now for box number 5. Box number 5 is The Son of Man. So The Son of Man is a self-portrait by René Magritte, a Belgian artist. He is known for his surrealism paintings. And The Son of Man is one of his most well-known pieces. So here Labubu is holding a green apple, and here's what the painting looks like. So you can see it's pretty much similar. The only difference is that Labubu is holding the green apple here, whereas the actual painting, the green apple, is floating in front of the face. And the idea of the painting is that something is always hiding another thing, and we're always trying to look for what's hidden. So here, the apple is kind of hiding the face, and you really want to see Labubu's face, but you really can't because it's always hidden. And the way that they did it is that it's not actually even a full apple. The apple is actually half, and it's just literally sticking out of Labubu's face. So you can't ever see Labubu's full face here, which is a pretty good kind of interpretation of the painting. And the painting was created in 1964, oil on canvas medium. Now for box number 6. Box number 6 is the actor Otani Oniji III as Adobe. So that's a long title for a name for this figure, but that is the name of the piece. So the artist for this piece is Toshusai Sharaku, and it depicts the actor Otani Oniji III as the character Yako Endobe in a kabuki play. Here's the actual painting, what it looks like. It's a little bit more stylized than what this looks like because, you know, it's a very stylized painting, so it's hard to make it completely look the same. I imagine it was pretty hard to depict that painting into this figure because it's very stylized, like I said. It's a 360, but there is a lot of details in this figure, as you could tell. It's probably kind of difficult to just, you know, complete the 360 since, you know, it's just only a 2D painting. I do really like this one too, the colors and everything. And the original painting was done on woodblock with ink and white mica on paper. And it was done in the Edo period, which I think the painting was 1794. Of course, it's from Japan, where kabuki is very popular still. And we are halfway through with our art lessons, and this is box number 7. Box number 7 is Little Dancer. And Little Dancer is a sculpture by Edgar Degas, and it depicts an actual girl in real life, 14-year-old ballerina, and her name is Marie von Gotham, who is a student at the Paris Opera Ballet. And here's an image of what the sculpture looks like. It was created in 1881, not too long ago, and the medium was primarily wax with fabric. And ever since Degas' death, multiple sculptures have been casted from the original and in different kind of dress forms. So the actual piece is made of wax and then pretty much just clothes, actual fabric clothes on top of the sculpture. And some of them even have wigs too. And here's a closer look of this Labubu. Overall, it's a pretty simple figure. I mean, it's a pretty simple sculpture, so it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, I kind of like the darker shade of Labubu here to represent the wax for the figure. And then the actual lighter clothes to represent the actual fabric that's on the sculpture. Also, Labubu here is wearing ballerina shoes, which some of the figures do have too. And oops, I almost forgot to stand for it. Here's what it looks like with the stand. And now for box number 8. My favorite. Box number 8 is Scream. So number 8, we have Taikoko as a subject. And of course, Taikoko is depicted as the person in Scream. Here's what the painting looks like. It was originally, the first version was created in 1893. It was created with oil, tempera, and pastel on cardboard, actually. The painting is by Norwegian artist Edvard Munch, and it depicts kind of like a skeletal being screaming over a sunset. It's based off of a true life experience that he felt when he was walking along the fjords during sunset, and he felt a sense of agony and kind of like an infinite scream through him. And he painted multiple versions of this, and the one that we see now is the most popular. There are versions where like there's more people, regular looking faces, but yeah, the one that we know of is the most popular with like kind of a skeletal face, where Taikoko, of course, is the perfect fit for. And the painting was a key component to expressionism of the movement for paintings and artwork. But you really get that sense of kind of that look through Taikoko's face, although he kind of always looks like that because how Labubu terrorizes him. I love the cut. It's simple, but it just depicts the painting really well with the way that these lines are drawn in. And it's a little textured, so it's not flat. You can see the ridges throughout the body. And he actually has feet on the bottom too. And now for box number 9. Box number 9 is Femme à chapeau booth. Femme à chapeau, sorry if I'm butchering it, means a woman in a hat in French. And it's based off of a painting by Picasso. And here's what it looks like. And Picasso painted in 1962, and it is based off of his second wife, who was his muse for this piece. So you can see it's very colorful. So you could tell how it's very similar, because it's only on the top half. And to the bottom is very kind of artistic licensing, where they added what they think it would look like. Here's the 360 look. It's very, very colorful piece. I do love it a lot. It's not like your typical one monotone or two color like most that we've seen. And Picasso actually created many different versions of these kind of style of paintings, but this is the one that this Labubu is based off of. There's even more detail at the very top too, as you can see. The overall love the colors for this. It's literally like an art piece itself. I think Pablo Picasso would approve. Now for box number 10. I hope you're not falling asleep. Box number 10 is David, or it could be David. And David is a marble sculpture by Michelangelo, and it was originally commissioned for the Florence Cathedral as one of 12 prophet figures, but instead it was so impressive that they made it a centerpiece. And here is what it looks like. So the funny part is that they put a leaf right there for Labubu, even though normally there wouldn't be anything there for Labubu. So yeah, like the statue, this one is pure white. It's also not done in any special textures, just like the Thinker. So, but it's just pretty much similar to the Thinker, but in a different color. You can even see like the eyes, everything is all in one color for this figure. So it's not very interesting, but it is very representative of what the sculpture looks like. And David was the first colossal marble statue created during the High Renaissance period. And it kind of like set the example for all future sculptures in that period. It took Michelangelo about 3 years from 1501 to 1504 to create. And once again, I forgot to stand. But here's what it looks like with the stand. Same color finish. And now for box number 11. Oh, the other statue. Number 11 is Discus Thrower, or Discobolus. So this one is the oldest that we've opened, or we unboxed so far. Old as in the original sculpture. The sculpture is from ancient Greek by the artist Myron, and it's from 460 to 450 BC. And fun fact is that the original sculpture is actually lost. So we don't have an actual original piece, but there's been countless reproductions over Roman times. So what we have nowadays, or what we see, are all reproductions of the original. And here's what one of the reproductions looks like. So originally it was created in bronze, but bronze is a very expensive material to create giant sculptures of. That's why over the years it's been done in marble and other mediums. So the thing about the discus thrower is that it depicts a very balanced look, a counterpostal look, where the figure itself is in a very athletic stance, but it creates a very like harmonious, kind of balanced feel. And that's what Myron was known for, this ability to convey that. So yeah, just like David, this figure is all white. Yeah, overall, I do wish these were a little bit more textured instead of having this same material throughout. And last but not least, box number 12. Van Gogh. Number 12 is Van Gogh. So Van Gogh is the artist, but he also created many, many self-portraits throughout his life. Van Gogh's a Dutch post-impressionist painter, and he didn't paint portraits, self-portraits, because he was vain or anything. It's because he wanted to practice painting people. And it was kind of expensive hiring models and getting a lot of supplies. So he did very casually and painted on back of canvases. And that's why there are so many self-portraits of him, because he was practicing painting himself. And because there are so many self-portraits of him, This is the closest one that I found that kind of resembles this, that he's wearing like a yellow hat and smoking a pipe. And I believe that's pretty close. This is probably the one that this figure is based on. This whole bag and everything beneath is probably the artist, like the Labubu sculpture artist, interpretation of what it would look like on the bottom. Here's a look throughout the figure. But yeah, like I said, he painted many self-portraits, and it was probably around 1886 when he moved to Paris. That's when he started painting them. So this one's probably around that time, a little bit after, or maybe a few years after, where he painted this exact inspiration for this figure. So hopefully you're still with me and you're still awake and you're still interested in these figures. Unfortunately, we didn't get any secret, and we do have a second case. So let's open it up and see if we have a secret for this one. And of course, all the extras that I don't plan on keeping, you can find them in my shop. So for this set, I'll actually just open from the bottom and keep the, the top seal preserved. So let's start with box number 1. We got the actor Odani Onishi as Edobe. And box number 2. The Thinker. Box number 3. We got Femme à Jabot. Now for box number 4. The Son of Man. I'm showing you the opposite side this time. That's what it looks like on the other side of the card. Box number 5. Little Dancer. And box number 6. We got the Discus Thrower. Box number 7. You see the chair, and it's Mona Lisa. Box number 8. We have the Pfeiffer. It's a quick little recap of everything that we've done, what we've seen. Box number 9. Girl with pearl earring. Box number 10. Scream. My favorite. Box number 11. Van Gogh. It's very unlikely we're gonna get a secret, unfortunately. And box number 12. David. So unfortunately, no secrets in these 2 cases. And it's not probably something I'm gonna be hunting for because these are very, very difficult to get. And here's a complete look for all 12 figures that we got today. No secrets, unfortunately. But I will include a picture of the secret here, which is the birth of Venus. Thank you for joining me in today's unboxing. If you enjoyed this video, please hype, like, and subscribe, and click on the bell icon for notifications for future videos. And I hope you enjoyed this little art lesson history class that I've done. I think it was kind of fun and kind of like a refresher and help myself remember or even learn some new things about these art pieces. Because some of them I kind of knew I've seen around, but I never really researched before. So it was a really, interesting and more educational activity for myself too. And let me know what you think of this series. Are you a fan of it? Do you think they should do more, maybe a second series with different art pieces? They did a lot of the popular ones already, so I can't really imagine there's tons of art out there, but they picked probably the most popular ones to go with. And for all the duplicates of the magnets and the vinyl figures I got, if you're interested, you could find them in my shop, which is linked in the video description down below. There you can also find links to my socials. And until the next box, bye.